I've been using Misen Carbon Nonstick for exactly a week now, and I have a lot to share with you. Did its non-stick performance actually improve over time as advertised? Let's jump in. Hey, I'm Papa Mao. I'm here to encourage and help people transition away from non-stick cookware as a way to care for their loved ones and for the environment. In this channel, I show how easy it is to cook with carbon steel and cast iron cookware. I share my experience as an everyday dad cook and as a weekend outdoor warrior. Welcome! Last week, I tested this pan for the first time, and I was blown away. As soon as I took it out of the box, it felt exactly like traditional Teflon nonstick, and even cooked like that as well. I wasn't really expecting that level of nonstick. And then the big question was it going to maintain that level of performance over time, or would it develop seasoning and it would become like a traditional carbon steel? The only way to find out was using it, and so I did. First, I cooked pan-seared salmon, my kid's favorite. It did a great job, but I noticed lots of smoke compared to my other carbon steel pans. Maybe the factory oil or coating burning off? I'm not sure. The pan darkened a lot, but still had that Teflon-like behavior. Next day, I did halloumi cheese for breakfast. This time, it didn't feel as non-stick anymore. The water also stopped bedding the way it did on day one, already behaving more like a traditional carbon steel pan. I wonder if the high heat of the day before changed things. I also noticed that the heat was not as even as expected. Some of the halloumis got brown a lot earlier than others. This is behaving a lot more normal than the first cook we did. It's not bedding as much. Look, it's still bedding on the sides. That's very interesting. On the sides, but not in the cooking surface. The cooking surface changed completely. So that tells me there is something potentially in the oil that they are using, right? Look. Then I went bigger, German-style lunch with potato, bacon, and onions. For the first time, I saw real browning and even a little sticking. You would never see that on a true non-stick. And honestly, it was delicious. Browning, deglazing, and caramelization just like my other carbon steel pans. Then I used the same fat to fry some onions. A little bit of hot water to deglaze, and in no time, the pan was ready for the potatoes. Finally, pork chops with brown sugar and mustard, one of the stickiest challenges you can throw at a pan. But so delicious. Have you tried? It's unreal. The mess was pretty significant, but honestly, nothing I haven't dealt with before. I poured in some boiling water and left the pan soaking for a couple of hours. When I came back, it was time for my trusty chainmail, a little dish soap, and plenty of elbow grease. About 7 minutes of scrubbing later, most of that carbonized crust was gone. All that cooking left me thinking if the non-stick performance may have actually improved, as they advertise. So I dropped that egg without oil, same as the one you may have seen in many videos when the pans are new. Let's say it didn't quite work as expected. I'm quite happy with this now. I don't want a fake Teflon pan. I absolutely love carbon steel. I love the crust, the sear, the caramelization, and even the challenge of having to pay attention and be connected with the food you're cooking. Teflon is boring. To me, it's like when you grow up and learn to ride a bike without the little wheels. Well, that's exactly right. When I used this pan for the first time, it was like going back in time, going to non-stick, like everything floating, totally disconnected from real cooking experience. Now I understand this a lot more, and I'm a lot more confident now. It behaves as expected. It behaves as a traditional carbon steel pan. But I think there is a catch. I imagine a lot of people are buying this pan because it's carbon non-stick. It's supposed to be as non-stick as traditional Teflon non-stick, but it's healthy and durable. So I would imagine they want a like-for-like replacement. Day one, they will use this pan and everything is gonna float on top of it. They're gonna be very, very happy. But as soon as they crank up the heat, things will start to change very quickly. And with that, I would imagine there will be a lot of frustration. It is very exciting to think that hundreds of thousands of people potentially will start cooking with carbon steel thanks to this pan. But many of them will experience some frustration. And I want to stress this point. This video is about my experience and my opinions. It may be that this is a one-off pan and your pan will behave differently. I really don't know. So please take all this content with a grain of salt. I'm just sharing my views and my experience happening at home. Now, if this is you, if you're using this pan and you're not happy because suddenly everything is sticking, okay, now time to relax. The good news is that you can totally master carbon steel. It's super easy. There is a lot of content already in my channel, and there are a lot of other channels with great content that can help you out, right? So don't throw it away, maybe don't even return it, okay? I think it is a good tool if it continues being like this. The only thing is that it's not what it was promised, you know? This is potentially a millions of dollars business, right? Like you promise the world and then, you know, it's millions of dollars, $2 million raised in Kickstarter for a non-stick, for a healthy non-stick pan. But is it? I don't know, that's for you to judge, right? At the end of the day, I find that in the retail world, like, it pays off to make bold claims and to promise a lot. It's good for business. What do you think? Do you agree? Maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments. But I still have quite a few questions. I'm very curious still about its magical non-stick performance in the beginning. Was that because of oil or another substance on top of the pan? It is evident there was something on top of the pan. Somebody in the comments in my other video said that it was corn oil. It would be great to have some information about that because, look, it felt like something completely different. It felt like something that hasn't been done so far. I would be surprised if it is just a different, like a natural oil that nobody used before, right? It may be something else. We'd love to know. Or potentially, it's not that factory oil what gives its power, and is its texture, all right? Now, I still need to do some testing to try to discard one of the other option. I'm pretty sure after that heavy scrub with the pork chops, I got into bare metal, and that's when I tried that egg test. I don't know if you've seen, but there are a couple of videos of people frying, like it's not frying, cooking an egg like without any oil in this pan, and the egg really floats. It's incredible. Well, that doesn't happen anymore, as you saw in the video, right? Now, is that bad? It's not. It's just expected. It's normal. It's behaving like a normal carbon steel pan. This may be your entry point to an amazing universe of cookware, of healthy and durable cookware. So it's actually a good thing. I'm excited to see a lot of more people using carbon steel. And here I am to hold your hand and help you in your journey. So there you go. What are your thoughts? Many people are actually using this pan, maybe watching this video. You have a similar experience. Are you happier or are you angry? Are you frustrated? I'm happier, but I'm definitely a minority, right? So yeah, now I think I may actually use this pan, you know? Anyway, on another topic, I reached out to the guys from Strata. You know, Strata is the first brand who made a clad, you know, sandwich type of carbon steel pan. Their pan, I understand, is stainless on the outside, then aluminum in the core, and carbon steel, traditional carbon steel in the cooking surface. It has really good reviews, but it's difficult to get here in Australia. So they will send me a pan and I would be happy to compare it and put it to a test and then give you my honest opinion. Now that this pan, at least mine, doesn't have any magical powers anymore, it may actually be very comparable to the Strata. So there you go. See you in the next one. Guys, please subscribe so you can see the next video and we can be in touch. All right? Thank you. Cheers.